Well, financial literacy is receiving greater attention these days as educators look at new and innovative ways to improve the knowledge, especially for younger individuals as we move forward. Pleasure to be joined here in studio by David Musto, professor of finance here at the Wharton School, who is involved in a lot of these areas right now. David, great to see you again. Thanks for your time.
Nice to be back.
Let's start with just, I guess, your general thoughts about where financial literacy stands at the moment, kind of in our culture, what it's missing, where we need to go moving forward.
When you think about today's high school student, which is what we're focusing on a lot, we could talk about that, they haven't had a lot of opportunities to make financial decisions, and they haven't had to think to some extent about things that you and I had to think about a lot when we were kids, like inflation, until recently, right? It didn't even come up. And yet they have so many big financial decisions ahead of them, not just student loans that loom very soon in their lives, but also responsibility for their own retirement, election campaigns that hinge on financial issues that are hard to understand. The demands on them to understand finance are greater than ever. So maybe literacy might not be lower than it was 40, 50, 100 years ago, but the demands to be adept are much higher than they used to be.
And it seems like in many cases, the resources to be able to provide that information are not there as much as they probably should be. Hopefully they will increase in the years ahead, but still a ways to go.
I've been involved in developing a financial literacy course for high school students, and it has been an education to see how little they've already seen and how little is already out there. So it's been a great opportunity for us to go in and really be helpful and add some value to their lives at a key moment, too, when all these decisions are just about to come up in their lives.
So tell us about what the course entails and how you've been able to develop the relationships with a lot of these schools in order to provide this information.
Okay, so the course that I'm talking about is Essentials of Personal Finance. Penn calls it Finance 2, and that's important. It's actually a Penn class. These students are taking it. 500 students are taking this class right now at schools all around the country, and they are getting Penn course credit. They get a transcript from Penn showing this course on it. It covers the whole range of financial issues that are relevant in their lives right now. Like if you are working at checkout at a store, what's coming out of your paycheck and why? What does that get you? Where's that going? And then student loans, which are coming up for a lot of these students right away. Well, how do those work? And it also covers some topics that really are about being an educated voter. So when people say the Social Security Trust Fund is running out, well, what is that? What exactly is that? It's not a stack of dollars somewhere that's running out, but it does mean something, and it is running out soon. So what does that mean? And the different candidates say different things about that. Well, what do you like? What does that mean for you? A lot of low-hanging fruit there that we are going out there and providing, and the kids not only get a chance to learn this material, they get Penn course credit. And I should add that what's really made this work for us is a partnership between my center, the Stevens Center, our global youth program that reaches out to high school students, and a nonprofit in New York called the National Education Equity Lab, which has a lot of that last mile outreach to these Title I high schools around the country. So that teamwork between the two centers here at Wharton and this New York nonprofit is what's made this work. So we have students thousands of miles away from each other taking the same course now.
Thank you for listening to The Ripple Effect. We hope you found this episode informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review so that we can continue to bring you the best insight from the Wharton School.